Yes, you can start.
Okay, I would like to welcome ELTA English Language Association to this discussion tonight. They will be represented by Mustafa, Kennedy, Linda. Welcome you all. Before we start,
thank you.
Kennedy, could you please, you from ELTA is from Nigeria. Could you please locate Nigeria to our audience? You have the floor.
Hello, I didn't get you clearly. Hello?
I think the question was to locate Nigeria to the audience.
Okay. Nigeria is located in West Africa, and it is bounded to the south by the Atlantic Ocean. We have neighboring countries like Republic of Benin. We also have Cameroon to the other side, and northern part we have Niger Republic. So Nigeria is part of the ECOWAS country, and I think also part of the African Union too.
All right, thank you so much. Now, could you please introduce ELTAN to our participants? What is ELTAN and what is the story of ELTAN? Kennedy, you still have the floor.
Okay, ELTAN is an acronym for English Language Teachers Association of Nigeria, and ELTAN is one association which is so unique because it caters for teachers across all the levels of education. What I mean, teachers from primary, secondary school, and the university and colleges are part of ELTAN by design. So it is one association that incorporates all the levels of teachers of all levels of the education. That is why it's so unique compared to other associations that also do for English teachers. We are unique to this extent that we cover all facets of teachers in across all levels. Thank you.
Okay.
Then going forward,
Linda,
if we want to talk about ELTAN.
Hello, Linda. Could you tell us a little bit about the reason why you have decided to belong to ELTAN? Okay, Linda is not responding. I'll go to Mustafa. Mustafa.
Yes, I can hear you clearly.
Yes. Hello.
Well, I think one of the reasons why I joined ELTAN, as rightly described by Kennedy, is that ELTAN is one unique association that caters for the needs and continuous development of English language teachers in Nigeria. So, you know, it's an organization that... Yes, I can hear you. I'm talking. Flavian. Yes, I can hear you. Can I go ahead? Can you hear me?
Okay, go ahead.
Yes, I think you're asking about why I choose to be with ELTA, right?
Yes.
Yes, exactly. So what I was saying is, I think, or I believe ELTAN that is English Language Teachers Association of Nigeria, is one unique organization that caters for the needs of teachers of English language in Nigeria. That, you know, it's not only restricted to teachers of primary schools or secondary schools or tertiary institutions, but is an umbrella organization that tries to see, to cater for the needs or professional development of teachers of all walks of life who are professionals in English language teaching. Not only English language teaching, but also who have interest in maybe in curriculum development of English language education, or maybe, you know, they are just practice, you know, they practice the language itself, maybe through writing, through literature, poetry, and what have you. So I think it is an organization that will give you an opportunity to develop myself professionally and career-wise.
Okay, so when did you create it, ELTAN, and what sort of activities do you conduct in your association? Mustafa, you still have a floor.
Yes, I think I have some slides to maybe to our audience so that they can see it clearly. I don't know if you can allow me to
just share with us.
Yes, exactly. Well, as you can see, this is just a total content introduction, Nigerian English Language Teachers Association, that is ELTAN, project and activities, collaboration with government agencies, international corporate bodies, and NGOs, future prospects, and what have you. So let me start with the introduction. We said English Language Teachers Association of Nigeria, ELTAN, is an incorporated NGO focused on providing continuous professional development for English language professionals and a community of good practice among English language literature teachers across all education levels in Nigeria. So like Kennedy has said, we are not only restricted to teachers of university, polytechnics, colleges of education, but across all levels, not only teachers, but all professionals of English language as a community. So ELTAN was fully established as a national union in 2007. Yes, though it started around 2003 by a state chapterization. Later it moved to as a national union in 2007. It is registered with Corporate Affairs Commission in Nigeria, which is one of the rules and regulations, or one of the laws that every organization must be registered fully with Corporate Affairs Commission. So we are affiliated to several sister organizations locally and internationally, such as Africa ELTA, under which platform we are talking or discussing now. We have ITFL, etc. And even in Nigeria, we have Rotary Club and other organizations. So we are also recognized by the Nigerian government as a professional body, both at national level and also at chapter level. So we talk about ELTAN in Nigeria. ELTAN, like we said, is a, nationally, we have also chapters which evolve across the states. In Nigeria, we have 36 states, and I believe we have all chapters in all the states. Though not all state chapters are active, but like the examples of Abuja ELTAN, Lagos ELTAN, Rivers State ELTAN, Sokoto, all these Kaduna ELTAN are also, active chapters we have in Nigeria, all which are under, ELTAN generally. And they have their own programs, like in these photos, you can see a program, yes, Spelling Bee, organized by River State, you can see there. And here down, we can see also a program organized by Sokoto State ELTAN, trying to improve the standard of literacy skills acquisition in Sokoto State. Here you see also some range of ELTAN officials and British Council officials after a program held in Abuja. Yes, here you also see some organization programs held in Sokoto. I think there is Dr. Aisha standing there delivering some lectures. And here you can see some visitation, some of the ELTAN members, officials, visitation to some security agencies in Nigeria. Yes, we have projects and activities of the association. We have a range of journal production, book proceedings, books project, training of workshops, conferences, seminars, production of association newsletters, literary development competitions, visitation to agencies and organizations, production of other educational outlets. We have a range of programs depending on the state chapter and also at the national level. So we also collaborate with other organizations such as British Council, both at state chapters and also at national level. We also have, we said, US Embassy, both at state chapters and national level. We also collaborate with agencies under the Ministry of Education, like the conference we have had last year. Yes, 2019, we have this international conference organized in collaboration with Africa TESOL, formerly, yes. So it was hosted by an agency, that is National Commission for Colleges of Education. So we also have prospects and challenges. Thousands of teachers across 3 levels of education in Nigeria received different forms of continuous professional development and trainings. We also have challenges such as funding, inactiveness of some state chapters, lack of proper cooperation from government and what have you. So like you can see, we discuss about funding from British Council or coming from US Embassy. These are the major funders of ELTAN activities, apart from the levies we tax ourselves as members. Yes, the little money we get from, from ourselves through taxes and levies cannot be enough to catch up our needs. So these are some of the challenges we have as ELTAN. So I think that is it. Hello, Flavin, can you hear me? Yes. Hello, Flavin.
Yes. So now we were talking ELTAN, and
Yes.
how many chapters do you have, and how are you organized?
Please, can you take that
Is
question
that question
again?
for me?
The floor is to Kennedy.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nigeria
Kennedy,
as a country.
you, right away in your presentation, you are talking of hello?
Hello, I can hear you now.
You can carry on, Kennedy. The question is
Hello,
about
Flavian.
chapters. The chapters and how
Okay.
you are organized. How many chapters do you have and how are they organized?
Okay, Nigeria as a country is organized into 36 states, and each of the 36 states have local governments, but I don't know how many local governments each state has, but I do know that we have 774 local governments areas in our country. Chapter in each of the states, of the federation. Like I come from a local chapter, which is Edo State, just like Mustafa is from a local chapter in do is that we have a national executive committee which comprises of the secretaries and the secretaries and the coordinator of each of these chapters, which which forms the neck, and that is the highest body in ELTAN, apart from the national executive, which also sees to registration of members and also gives support to each of these chapters, especially when it has to do with their programs and so on and so forth. So what we do nationally as the ESCO is that we have national programs which sometimes hold on a regional basis, just like we also have collaboration with Africa ELTA, formerly Africa TESOL, like the event we held in Abuja, in 2000 and I think 19, and so on. So we also collaborate, and most times what we do is that we also have a national platform on WhatsApp and platform, and recently Telegram, because it has to take care of a lot of people. Like most of the information that are shared on African ELTA platform, we also share it via such Telegram and WhatsApp groups, so that as scattered all over Nigeria, we also get information as become part of what.
It seems
All right.
like we lost Kennedy. So
Yes. We turn back to Mustafa again.
Yes.
Mustafa, you have a floor.
Yeah, yes, like Kennedy has said,
Hello, can you hear me?
we have chapters.
Mustafa?
Yes, can I go ahead?
Yes.
Yeah, I think you're talking about chapterization of ELTAN in Nigeria. Like I have explained earlier, that we have 36 states in Nigeria, and ELTAN came into being in the year 2007. And I think around 2015, 2016, 2017, most of the chapters became fully established. So it depends on the leadership of each chapter. Some chapters are more active and more vibrant than other chapters. So yes, we do have some national conferences, like in every August, September, we do have a national conference in which all the leadership from all chapters come together, mostly in Abuja, to try to showcase what they have, try to have meetings, try to have conferences and other educational programs. So depending on the chapter and the leadership of that chapter, you can see that some chapters try to have activities like the spelling bee, which I've talked about, like the training, giving training to teachers, especially from primary to secondary school, especially primary school, where we have a lot of problems with teachers not having enough academic qualification to teach in that primary school. So especially English language teaching. So we try to do that, especially like I know in Sokoto, in Kaduna, and also in Kebbi, which is a northern part. I know we try to do that a lot, trying to gather all teachers of primary schools and even secondary schools as a one conference, and try to inculcate to them knowledge about teaching of English language as it's supposed to be at the moment, not in the traditional way. Hello?
yes, Mustafa, thank you very much. I think we lost Flavian due to network issues.
Okay.
So can you explain to me your role in the association? What is your role?
Well, my role, I'm a state chapter coordinator, my own state, that is Kebbi chapter. And I also participate at the national program, especially during the last health conference. In fact, I was at the center of the activities and all that takes place. Only that, unfortunately, I couldn't attend the last day. Yes, but I was involved with the former president of ELTAN. We book hotels for attendees. We try to get the venue. We try to send information. We try to contact government, the central government, is Federal Republic of Nigeria, Ministry of Education, all other agencies. Yes, that's what I do. But I'm also a coordinator to the state chapter.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. Do you happen to know the number of members you have in ELTAN?
Well, Actually, I don't think that is possible for now for everyone to tell you the actual numbers of membership we have, because members are coming every day. And one of the challenges we have is trying to have an online platform where maybe members can technically, subscribe so that we can know by each minute the number of members we have. But I believe that ideally or traditionally, every teacher of English language, either at the primary, secondary, or tertiary level, is by virtue of his work and position as a teacher of English, supposed to be a member of ELTA. Well, here in my own state, we try to make it a kind of, it's voluntarily, but like everybody is interested because of the programs we try to do. So we can see in one of the programs, we have like over 300 participants, and all of them have subscribed as members of ELTAN. So now we take that, at large as a nation, while we have 36 states, definitely we are going to have a large number of numbers. That is why I say ELTAN has, one of the achievements of ELTAN is trying to train teachers and professionals of English language in Nigeria across all levels, and the number has reached thousands of people. Yes.
That's great. Thank you very much. Flavian, are you there?
Well, now I'll go back to Mustafa again. Mustafa, tell us, give us more details about your professional activities. I mean, professional activities conducted in ELTAN branches.
Well, I don't know if I hear you clearly. You're talking about activities of the association. Yes, ELTAN engages in activities and projects that ensure continuous professional development of English language professionals and teachers. I keep on saying professionals and teachers because it's not only teachers of English language, members of ELTAN. We have people from media, traditional media such as TV, radio, print media, newspapers, and some other artists who are also members of ELTAN. So some of the activities, like I said, we have journal production, and I believe now the journal is at the 11th volume of this year. And even this year we are on book projects. I think this is the first of its kind. It's going to be a maiden production. So we also publish book proceedings from conferences which we have. We also have training workshops across all the states and also at the national level. We have conferences, seminars, and webinars now. So these are some of the activities we engage in. Yes, we also produce association newsletters. Yes, where we tell audience about our experiences, our activities, and so far what we have. We also involve in literary development competitions, such as quiz, drama, spelling bee, like the one we have in Port Harcourt in River State. We also do visitation to agencies and organizations. For example, in the pictures I've shared, you can see some of us meeting like the Department of Security Service in Nigeria, like the police, even in my own state, I believe, I know we visited the police commissioner who tried to say, okay, he's also a member of ELTA because he happened to read English at university. So we also produce some other educational outlets. I mean, I'm talking about nationally and locally. So we also produce education outlets which we produce to members, especially during conferences and workshops. Yes.
Thank you very much. I think we lost Flavian, but we have Okon is another moderator. Okon, please take it over.
Hello, Mustafa. Hi, Kennedy. Good to see you guys here. I only just came late. Sorry about that. I'm just looking at the way things are now globally. Everyone has gone virtual both in a day job and when it comes to events organized by LTAs. How is ELTAN dealing with these, and considering how difficult it is to stay connected in Nigeria, and then the cost of even getting data? How are you trying to get your members engaged? Unlike face-to-face conferences that you bring physically.
Yes, I think, yes, one of the good sides of coronavirus pandemic is trying to push people to the platforms of being online. So, like I said, we have like this ELTAN journal, and the current one is 11th version, 11th issue. I mean, yes, volume. So we discussed that extensively, and we saw the need that we must be online. And I think we are working towards that, almost being achieved. So that is what we are working now. Most of the meetings we do via WhatsApp, via Telegram, and sometimes via Zoom, just like this. So like you said, because funding is one of the major problems ELTAN definitely is facing. Like I said, most of the programs we do at national level, mostly sponsored by some members of ELTAN and also British Council and American Embassy. Though in some state chapters, some ministries try to share some burden, but definitely we have that challenge of funding, but we are trying to see how we can resolve that issue. Even today, I discussed that with the president, the current president, that is Dr. Joseph Ahutu, and we are trying to see how we can move entirely online.
I don't know if Ken is there. Hi, Ken. Can you hear me?
Hi, I can hear you.
Okay.
I can hear you. Can you hear me too?
Funding is not only local to Nigeria or African ELTA affiliates. It's a global problem, and I'll actually advocate for us looking inwards, for funding opportunities. For example, Mustafa, you mentioned that your police commissioner or police officer is a member of ELTAN because he studied English. So
Yes.
This is a good opportunity for people who are in position of power to see how they can help us. It doesn't necessarily have to be money. Somebody knows somebody who knows somebody in MTN or Airtel or Glo that can provide the bandwidth for activities. Or if it means a physical cash to subscribe to Zoom for 1 year, or it's just something like that. I mean, that way you're able to get people to support you, not necessarily bringing cash in. And when these opportunities are there, like a data package for members or people who want to sign in, they can log in free without having to run their data on their phone, but they can log onto the platform you are using free without costing them anything. So this could be ways to actually explore financial support from entities within the country. And again, I also want to advocate that you try to collaborate beyond the shores of Nigeria with other affiliates in Africa and eventually with other bodies outside Africa in order to share best practices that are obtained in other places with teachers in Nigeria. So I want to ask again, Kennedy, if you have any collaboration with other affiliates, because you're an affiliate leader, what arrangement have you had with them, other affiliate leaders in Africa, to see how you can work together?
Well, for now, we are trying to explore most of the possibilities that there are. Like this year, we have planned a lot of programs.
I think we've lost Ken there.
I'm talking with Dakar.
Okay, sure.
We are talking with the the U.S. Embassy in Dakar, Senegal, for programs, and I think it is a year that we see as going to be bright in terms of prospects and collaboration with other individuals. I think I've also made some contact with some persons outside of Nigeria about having to facilitate for us and so on. So I think even though we have these challenges, during this period of COVID, we have allowed the state chapters to handle affairs. Like each of the state chapters that have a WhatsApp group, I've had to facilitate for some. Also, the president have to facilitate for some others. And I think we just do it through maybe our WhatsApp group because of the technology that is involved and not much persons, apart from maybe a few persons that are more enlightened about internet connections and based activities. So we are trying our best, even though there is no funding from government, but just like Mustafa had said earlier, sometimes it could be burdensome not having funding from the government or the backing from the government. But we do all we are trying to do to make sure that we keep afloat.
Excellent. Mustafa, anything you want to add to that?
Well, I think just he has said, the levies mostly is come from the officials, especially the executive members of the ELTAN. Most of the donations, even the last conference, most of the donations are from the either coordinators or chapter coordinators, zonal coordinators, or even the ESCO at the national level. So you see, we have to, I mean, honestly get a way out of it, not necessarily relying on the levies that members tax themselves, or maybe too much over reliance on British Council or embassy, which hardly give their financial approval to some of the programs. So definitely we must try to look for that way around to see how we can fund association well.
I know previously you have a better relationship. I mean, not just ELTAN, the affiliates, the LTAs in Africa, in each country has a better relationship with the British Council and the RELO than us, the regional body, Africa ELTA. And we wish to encourage you to maintain that relationship with the RELO and the British Council. And for next month, which is when the TESOL convention will take place, the US State Department is sponsoring 3,000 teachers to the conference.
That's very good.
I wonder how many teachers in Nigeria are beneficiaries of this package.
That would be great.
I'm asking how many teachers in Nigeria have been awarded this registration, this free registration to the TESOL convention, TESOL International Convention. Because they're coordinating with all the RELOs worldwide. These 3,000 teachers worldwide are being sponsored by the State Department to attend the conference free, because it's costing $169, the virtual conference. And that's a lot of money in the African context. So I'm asking, do you have any people in Nigeria who are benefiting from this package, or none at all?
Honestly, I don't know. To my knowledge, I don't know. Maybe Kennedy will answer.
I don't think there might be one or two persons. There might be one or two persons, but none to my knowledge, because such information they are shared. But I think nobody has shared with me that he or she has won a place yet.
I'm not sure to be an individual sharing with it, you that will actually reach out to the RELO to find out whether you among or your affiliates or your country is also penciled down as a beneficiary. Because out of the 3,000, definitely a good number will come from Africa, and not just one country in Africa, different countries organized by the different RELOs. So this is useful information for you to maybe take up on with the RELO and find out how many teachers in Nigeria can benefit from this. Because the conference is next month, so it's not, I don't think it's too late. I don't think it's too late now to ask how many you can get for ELTAN, and then give that opportunity to teachers to join. In what way do you think Africa ELTA, oh, I'm in trouble. Africa ELTA, that's $10. It's gonna cost me $10 for calling that name. Africa ELTA. In what way do you think we can support you to achieve your broad goals? Because we've made our platform available for all the affiliates, the Zoom platform, and nobody has taken us up on our offer. It's there for you to use. All the leaders are aware of that. In what ways can we, as Africa ELTA, support your activities or enhance your visibility locally and nationally?
I think I want to say thank you for the opportunity to use the Zoom platform of the Africa ELTA. Just like Africa ELTA has given us opportunities in time past, I think we'll continue to cash in on such opportunities. And where we have technical hitches, we'll also fall back on Africa ELTA. Then also collaborations, like even when it has to do with conferences, virtual conferences, I think we'll also make use of such opportunities, having to call on Africa ELTA. Like I did say earlier on, that we are having a lot of in-store this year. I think we'll have, and like I said, we are having a lot in store this year. Such opportunities we will use, and we also continue to depend on African ELTA to also help us, especially with information of programs that can also be beneficial to our members, like it has always done. I think that is what we're going to continue to do, and we'll continue to enjoy the good relationship with Africa ELTA and also other affiliate leaders and collaborate with them. I think it is a world where collaboration is the norm. So we will not be shy to ask for collaboration where the need arises. Thank you.
Beautiful.
Yes, if I can add to that, I think, yes, information they say is very powerful. I think the Africa ELTA should avail us with more info, especially with the opportunities that props up, that comes up anytime, just like the one mentioned by Okong. You know, yes, these are opportunities that people should know, should be in the know all the time. So giving us a lot of information about opportunities is one way we can help Nigerian ELTAN. And secondly, at the technical aspect, especially with the internet, maybe I don't know how you can do it, but if you can, because you talk about visibility, we like all the journals now we are trying to see that they are visible from volume 1 to volume 11. So you can also help us in that regard, so that we can have more visible features in the future. Yes, not necessarily cash, but technical aspects and also information.
Absolutely, that's very important because we don't have the cash to give you anyways.
No, personally, we can talk. We can call on
Yeah.
you. People like you, yes, to donate cash. Yes.
As an individual, not as Africa.
Yes, an individual. Yes, we can do that.
Yeah, as an individual, of course. If I have them, in fact, I've just been told that my fine is $100. The fine is supposed to be $10 for you calling the old name. So I'm going to pay $100 fine. So, but it's okay. Yeah, go on. Sorry, Ken. I think I muted you there because of the. Yeah, go on, Ken.
Oh.
Yeah, Ken. Yeah, go on.
As well, but you know, you also know that by extension, you are a member of ELTAN.
Absolutely.
So, even when you are saying it's on a personal note, you know, you are also a member of ELTAN, even though you are in the diaspora. So we will need all the technical support from you, and I'm soon going to be calling you for such support.
I'm here for you guys, definitely. I'm here to support you as an individual and as an ELTAN member. And I actually want a more involvement, more engagement within ELTAN and between ELTAN and African ELTA affiliates. And then we'll take the collaboration or the arrangement beyond Africa, which is why and how we can get more benefits to our teachers in the classroom. It is very important that we listen out to know what's going on, and then we share this information widely, because right now we are just 17 on Zoom here, so I don't know how many on WhatsApp, on Facebook. And I'm just thinking, if we advertise our activities widely amongst our affiliate members, then we'll expect greater participation. Oftentimes we have people from outside Africa attending our event more than people from within Africa. So this issue of technology inhibiting us cannot go on forever. We need to devise a way to get around this block. So something we can maybe think together on how we can actually get over this barrier, which is limiting the opportunities that teachers should be having. to avail themselves of professional development. Yeah. So there's no question in the Q&A box. Okay, maybe one just came in now.
There are questions.
Yes, I've seen one now.
Sorry.
Let me read out. This is from Amira. What do you do to ensure there's a rotation of leadership at ELTAN and that active members have a leadership role? Ken, you can answer, then Mustafa can add to your answer.
I think it's talking about rotation of leadership. I think ELTAN, because I think talking about the rotation, I think ELTAN hasn't had a problem with leadership rotation. Just that sometimes because of the apathy, some members have towards the association, and because they feel that be your personal resources and time, most people tend to shy away from leadership apart from some few people who face leadership headlong. But I think during the last conference which we had in Abuja, in collaboration with the erstwhile Africa TESOL, we had a leadership change where Joe and myself came in as president and secretary respectively, and that we have seen in most other chapters across the country. Sometimes when you ask people, some people who are very active, they prefer to just stay without taking up an active role. But we try as much as possible to let people know that it is not a personal thing, but rather it is that it's a collective thing, and it should not be left for one person, because I've always made people to understand too that I have my time as Secretary General, which will end this year, sometime August, September, when we have our conference. If I'm not re-elected, some other person has to take it up. And that is exactly what I preach, and let people know that I will do my bit while I'm on the saddle, while others should also do their bit. I think the building block of any organization is you do what you are supposed to do, I do what I'm supposed to do, and eventually we get to a fulfillment of all that is needed. So in Africa, in ELTAN, we've not had problem of leadership. I think even where there might be some skirmishes of problems with leadership, the national ESCO always come into it. But at the national level, it has been a smooth sail. Thank you.
Yeah. Mustafa?
Yes, it's like, just like he has said, people are running away from the roles of leadership because when people come in, they said, to whoever much is given, much is expected. So when people appoint you as a leader, especially as the ELTAN leadership at the national level, at the state chapters, people, honestly run away. So yes, in the past, there are some problems, especially at the state level, state chapters. Some few, or let me say 1 or 2 chapters had some issues in the past, but that was resolved. And now we don't have any problem. The only problem we have is people running away from the positions that the people put on them. So, and that is because of the lack of funding, and people see that when they are appointed as leaders, they must give from their pockets. And that is why people definitely run away. But there's a few of us that try to stay on and trying to do our best. Yes, definitely.
That's very understandable. Hi, Linda. Linda has just joined us. Hello, Linda. Hello, Linda. No audio from Linda. Yeah, I want to stress that point that you've just made, both of you have just made, volunteerism. That's a concept that is being taken up differently, especially in our continent, Africa. Unlike other parts of the world, people volunteer their time, volunteer their money. But for us, in our context, it's like, what's in it for me? How much dollars is there for me to earn or to make? Otherwise, I'm not going to give my time. So we really have to think of preaching this message to our members that everything is a sacrifice. Somebody has to do it. Somebody has to bring the benefits to the members. It's a thankless job. So it's like a humanitarian services that people render, Red Cross or Red Crescent. You don't do it for reward. You do it because you have the love in your heart to offer your time, your energy, and even your money for the good of your colleagues who may not be able to do it. If we think about how much time we are putting into this, you look at our colleagues who are spending the same time doing research, publishing in journals. We create the journals for them to publish. We organize the conferences for them to come and present their research findings. So we spend all this time creating the platform for them to come and release their findings. We don't get the time to do it, but we don't look at it like that. So this is a message we need to be preaching to individuals, to our members, that we need to come in and help. And again, by making it easier for people to come in and offer their time, because when it comes to leadership, leadership is not about bossing people about, it's not about kicking people's backsides, but you make it easy for people to just give the little time they have and make the best use of that little time they are giving. So it's not just a problem with ELTAN, it's a problem with organizations generally, globally. But I think it's more serious in the African context than other parts of the world where people are so unwilling to give their time. Is it because of maybe the economy generally? Instead, they use the time to go and hustle for extra money to, second income instead of, doing this free service for nothing. So it's something we need to kind of brainstorm. We keep talking, keep thinking to find solutions to ultimately. Because we cannot forever continue to depend on British Council for reload to do things for us. We need to grab our people, our politicians, our policy makers, the people in charge of decisions to help us get things done. Just like the Africa ELTA conference we had in Abuja, it was very disappointing that even the venue of the conference, which is the National Commission for College of Education, could not even advertise the event to the colleges in Nigeria. With thousands of teachers under their platform, they didn't even know about the conference. These are the sort of things we should be looking at to get people in positions to do things that can help us to make our work easier. So it's just my take. I mean, it's your presentation. It's not my presentation. You should be doing the talk.
No,
you should be doing the talk.
You're also part of it. So you're telling them.
So I don't know because there are no questions. Okay, let me see the box. A question from Shadia. Do members have a chance to vote for leadership? Yeah. Yes. Shadia from Canada is asking.
Yes. Yes, they have. They have. It is done during the national conference once every 2 years. So like this present ESCO the tenure is going to end in August, September. So it is the members at the General Assembly that vote. Just like after we finished the conference at Abuja, when Africa TESOL then finished its program, we moved into the general elections where all members present were accredited and they voted. And that is all we do. It is purely democratic.
Well, that was the question from Shadia.
Democratic.
Yeah. Well, we were there in Abuja. We saw the election process. So the Shadia didn't come to Abuja. Hopefully, next time we have an event in Nigeria, she will come. Yes, she was supposed to come, but just couldn't make it there.
Okay.
That was from Facebook. Hint, do we still have more questions from Facebook? We're kind of winding down slowly. We still have about maybe 9 minutes because we should finish on the hour. Hint. Okay, no more questions from Facebook, and then
there are
from
questions, Okon.
Yeah, go on, Emin.
How are you dealing with the pandemic in terms of teaching? It's a question from Facebook.
Oh, okay.
And another question, what did you do during COVID-19? How did you cope?
Yeah, Ken.
Okay. During the pandemic, I think schools were shut down in Nigeria, except for some few schools that had online platforms. They did, but besides that, schools we are not having, except for maybe private schools that had some facilities, but most of the schools that were doing skeletal work, they had to do that through dojo. So it was not necessarily an ELTAN thing for us to isolate our members and ask them to teach, but depending on the schools to which they belong or where they teach, and depending on the facilities which they had. But the only thing we were able to do for our members is that we had some WhatsApp conferences which were done among this around the states, and I think WhatsApp was the major medium through which we reached our members, and we're able to give them information and also make sure that maybe when some of the states that had um, opportunities to run programs, they ran it on WhatsApp. But besides that, I think it was not an ELTA thing for us to begin to teach why, but in some states too, what happened was that members of the association were involved in on-air teaching. I think I remember that of Ogun. Some of our members in Ogun State, Anambra State, and in some states, like even Edo State at some point too, we had some of our members who were involved in on-air teaching through the television. But besides that, I don't think ELTAN the power to provide lessons for children or of school ages.
Yes, what just want to add is just like Kennedy has said, it's not an ELTAN thing, but the federal government of Nigeria, after like 2 months into COVID-19, try to innovate some ways by which teaching can take place online, and really it has done achieve that. Definitely, even some states did that also, like teaching online, WhatsApp, digital TV, radio, television, teach especially English language, mathematics, and sciences. And at the same time, some universities, like he said, private institutions, and even government institutions like this Open University of Nigeria, I remember very well that they continue their teaching online, all subjects, all courses. It continued. But remember at the time, the university were on strike, and some secondary schools were closed down, primary schools were closed down, and pupils and students were receiving lessons via social media and via traditional media such as TV and radio. But it was fantastic. I think I even took some data and wrote an article on that. It is being published.
Yeah, great. I think the question was just to have a general idea on how Nigeria was coping with the pandemic. It wasn't like suggesting that ELTAN, what did ELTAN do? No, ELTAN is just a professional body. ELTAN doesn't make policies. No? It's just to share with the rest of the world how Nigeria dealt with the pandemic or is dealing with the pandemic. Yeah, okay. There's a question again. I think we're running low on time. It's asking whether ELTAN, because you've been in existence for a long time, whether you have a special interest groups or interest sections. TESOL International calls it IS, IATF calls it a C, special interest group, like adult education, early education, or special needs. Does ELTAN have those interest groups within its body?
Yeah, I would say yes, but it has not been very functional and working towards it. So, but it has not been functional. So we are working towards achieving that.
Yeah, good plan. I mean, that could be a breeding ground for leadership development. You know, you can use it as a pipeline to create leaders, future leaders. They take charge of these small groups, and then eventually they move to the national association level. And so that could be a way. It doesn't have to be 20 at a time. Maybe you could just start with 1 or 2 and see how that works. So they address specific areas of interest, then take care of that area, another group take care of another area. Then that way you are grooming leadership for the future. Yeah. Okay. I think let me say there's another question again from Fernando. He's asking, how are teachers dealing with technology challenges during the pandemic? I think that has been answered extensively in the course of this discussion. So maybe we need to belabor the issue again, which was using WhatsApp as a means of getting along because of these. And then the on-air teaching you just mentioned, which is television. Is that correct? On-air teaching.
Yes.
On-air teaching television.
Yes.
And then
Television
total
and radio.
shutdown for those that could not afford the technology.
Radio.
Yeah.
Flavian
Yes.
there? Flavian.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I just want to ask the last question. What is the future of ELTA? How do you guys see ELTA in 5 years? Kennedy, you have a floor.
Okay, I think we see a.
Okay, Kennedy is Mustafa. Could you answer the question?
Hello.
Hello. Yeah.
Hello.
Okay. Yes. We are trying to see that ELTAN has evolved to become a kind of organization. Though it's a professional group, it's a professional organization. We're trying to see that it becomes fully professional, and it equals its international sister organizations, especially technologically wise. Because the major challenge now we have, like we said, is technical aspects, especially with the lesson we have learned from COVID-19. Definitely, we have to go visible. So we are trying to see that ELTAN, all activities are visible, from journals to newsletters to outlets to activities to meetings and what have you. Because one of the problems we have with ELTAN, even at the national level, is getting members to have an executive meeting. And these members are living far away from each other. So with the technology now, I think that problem is over. So we believe in the next 5 to 10 years, we are going to have a lot of members, especially at such levels. Yes, but Kennedy can add more on that.
I see ELTAN in 5 years. In the next 5 years, adding more membership base. We want to see an ELTAN that is more visible in all social media handles, Facebook, and the rest, and even internet-based on the internet, like Mustafa said earlier on. We want to see our journals being an open access journals. We want to see people coming to ELTAN responsibility and leadership roles. I think these are many more. We want to see more virtual meetings and more collaborations with our sister bodies and even African ELTA, which is we are an affiliate of. So all these are the things we hope that will be better improved in the next couple of years to come.
Okay.
Thank you.
So now I'm going to give the floor to Okon to conclude this discussion. Okon?
Oh, Flavian, I was just about to say I should hand back to you to now give a closing remark. So, okay, thank you very much, guys, for coming. And hopefully, when we meet again, we expect a number of attendees to increase or to improve, because we measure our success on the number of people that come to our events. So it's been interesting having both Mustafa and Kennedy. Linda tried to join us, maybe for technical reasons. We couldn't hear her. And we look forward to further collaboration. And please, Flavian is your neighbor. So ensure that ELTAN and Benin Association are doing things together. He's your closest neighbor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Thank you very much, guys. And for our attendees and other panelists, thank you for coming. We hope to see you again soon.
Thank you.
All right.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.